All right, what up? We back. Back with another installment, man. We don't need no introduction. You already know what it is. It's Mike Lowrey, cousin Sal, back for another one.
What it do, baby?
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Jim's Towing and Recovery. Shout out my boy Jimmy, man. Our boy Jimmy. I've been knowing Jimmy for since I was like 12 years old, man. We grew up in a little neighborhood called Foxborough, man. Great dude. If you need anything towed, man, that's the guy to call. I mean, big, small, in the water, on fire, upside down. Hey, he got you for real, and reasonably priced, and runs his business with integrity, man. So we appreciate him supporting the pod. He hit me up a few weeks ago to do a sponsorship, and I was like, well, man, you know, I'm gonna save that one for when me and cousin Sal get back on the pod, man. It's only right.
Here he is.
I don't want to go straight into the Jimmy story, so we'll save that for later because we talking his business up, and we've got some crazy fucking stories.
He's got integrity. He's a good man.
Yeah,
let's keep it like that.
Yeah, but
we everybody was kids once.
Yeah, we was kids, and we grew up on the wild side of town, bro. You know what I mean? So
you want to hear a story about the first time I met Jimmy?
Fuck it.
I mean, we were children, so this is tame.
Yeah.
The first time I ever met Jimmy, he lived down the street from my man Jesse, and he showed up, and we had a pond in our neighborhood, and everybody caught turtles. That was our shit. We all caught turtles. Well, Jimmy had this turtle. It was a pet. I guess he got loose. He was cutting grass, and he came up to me. He's like, yo, I ran over this turtle with a lawnmower. I think it's fucked up. I was like, yeah, turtles don't do so well on the lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? He's like, dude, his head is tucked way down in his shell. Like, he's scared to death. I was like, Jimmy, you cut this fucking turtle's head off. This shit ain't on his fucking head. This shit ain't on his body no more, dude. He's dead as shit. We was probably like 6, 7 or some shit, dude. He was like, Jimmy, I was like, Jimmy, throw that turtle away. He killed it, bro. It's done.
Well, hey, no, but that goes back to showing you Jimmy's fucking work ethic, man. Man, mowing lawns at 6 years old and shit. You know what I mean?
No, I'm surprised he didn't bend down and give this turtle CPR. He didn't want it to go.
Yo, that's why. I mean, I've always looked up to Jimmy in the sense of, man, like, I remember back in high school, bro. When we was 15, like he's towing, using a wrecker and towing cars at, like, you know what I mean, 15 years old. And you know, his pops, RIP, great man.
Oh man, one time for big
I don't even know how long ago he opened that business. It's got to be 85. So 37 years. You know what I mean? And made Jimmy work for it. You know what I mean? Made Jimmy earn that shit, and Jimmy did, bro. Like like I said, man, I know nobody towing cars and pulling cars out the water when they're 15, 16 years old. So
yeah, dude. When it comes to towing cars, that man knows everything there is to know about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Not even just towing cars. I mean, just like moving equipment.
Yeah.
Like you said, big or small, dude. He just got that shit, man.
Oh yeah, my old damn C10, bro. Hooked that thing up to the what they call that? The Jim's hooker.
Snatch truck.
Yeah, the snatch truck with that dope ass graphics, airbrush shit on the side and all. I went to Jimmy's one day and we just lifted my old truck up and dropped the fucking transmission right there in the lot. So I don't know, man. I could go on and on about the shit Jimmy's done for me and for people that I know. So
no doubt.
I'll drop his logo at the end of the front of the episode, the end of the episode. So if you ever need a tow, man, or you just need a car moved from here to there, or if whatever, man. Anything transport wise, if you need something moved, Jimmy's the guy to move it, man, for sure. Shout out Jimmy Conroy with Jim's Towing, my boy. So I know last time we was on this shit, you were about to graduate. But since then, you have graduated, man. What was it? Yeah, what was that like, man, having all your people show up there and, you know what I mean? Like, was it kind of surreal? That shit took forever. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was a long...
Whoever that lady is, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, God bless her, but damn, bro.
God bless. You made my people leave. Like, I had more people there, they left. Nah, dude. Just the graduation ceremony itself it's weird because, like, when you walk out, it's almost like walking out the tunnel to, like, a major sporting event. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's been sitting there like waiting. You know what I'm saying? And then they start playing that little marching song, whatever it is, and you come walking out and there's so many people there and you're like, yeah, it's just wild, man. But like to have everybody there, man, really everybody that I needed there, that I wanted was there, man. It was good. I mean, there were some people that couldn't make it, understandably. You know, people across the country, people got to work. You know, life is life. But it was definitely a good feeling to have. I mean, everybody there, you know, to support something that I've done for so long. I mean,
dude.
I mean, when I say hard work is an understatement, dude. There's so much shit that goes into it, and I mean, like Johnny. Johnny came there, Terrell came, and they both, you know, did a college thing in the evenings, and you know, they understand it. And so to have somebody there who, you know, understands that shit and supports that shit, it's dope, man. It was a really good feeling.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've always told you, bro. I can't. I did the thing for a few years, and then work picked up, and I had to choose between school and work. And at the time, I couldn't choose school. You know what I mean? I wish I would have stuck with it, but I know how that shit is. That couple years that I was into it, bro. You know, having a family, fucking getting off work, going to school. You know what I mean? Like you leave the house at 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and you don't get back till 8, 9 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? And miss like all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Like miss milestones that your kids got, miss milestones that your homeboys got, miss fucking whatever, you know, this dude's birthday party, that person's,
and even not even being in school, just knowing you have something on over your head, like on the line, a deadline, like on a Saturday, and you're like, man, we're doing this big thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck, man, like I can't go because if I go, I won't do this. You want to know the one thing that I always go back to say that like I missed and I regret, I would give up all the school shit for. This is straight up. I was in a circuits class for something that I didn't even fucking need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ended up with a civil degree, and I just took this electrical shit because I was killing time because I had shit going on in between. Whatever. So I'm in this fucking class, dude, and and Mason has a basketball game, right? So I'm texting Christina, I'm like, what's the score? Like, I'm that guy.
Oh, yeah.
When you are the same. You know what I'm saying? When you got one of your kids is in the thing, I'm like, what's the score? What's happening? She ain't answering me. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, what's the score? And then finally she texts me back. She's like, you just missed a Sports Center highlight. I'm like, all right, well, fuck. Now I feel bad. Tell me about it. She's like, they're down 2 points, 2 seconds left. They get the ball inbound on the other end of the court. Mason gets the ball on the inbound at the free throw line on the other end of the court, grabs it, throws it, falls down. Some dude fouls him. He falls down, hurts his knee, fucking hits a 3-point game-winning buzzer beater shot, dude. Dude, and my teacher put us on break for like 10 minutes. Dude, I almost fucking broke down and cried. Yeah. I was so upset with myself that I missed that shit, man. It fucking, to this day, that shit hurts me, dude. And that's why I say, dude, I give up everything. Every school event, every school deadline, everything I had, I would go back just to be in that fucking... She said the place went fucking crazy. Yeah. Like, they rushed the floor. He hurt his knee, and everybody picked him up. He's like, thanks, but I'm fucking like, I'm over here. Yeah. Like, I would give all of that shit up just to fucking see that moment. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, you can't go back.
Nah, you can't go back, but shit, at the end of the day, man, like, you made... It sucks, but that's part of the sacrifice that you made to be where you are now. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Motherfucker got a degree, dog. You walked on the stage at the Citadel, man. Like, shit. I ain't got a lot of people I can say that about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no doubt, man.
I don't. Out of all the people I know, man, there's only like two or three of y'all that went and made that shit rock. You know what I'm saying? Made it happen, and that's why, like, you talking about that, which, Caden had a tournament when you were graduating, and I was like, yo, I talked to Raven, and I was like, man, either you go to the graduation and I go to the tournament, or vice versa, but one of us need to be at this graduation. And like, this man's put in that work.
Dude, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Nah, shit. I mean, it ain't even about it. I appreciate that too, but
I was like, damn, I know they got and I can't fault you, because I would say, like I said, I would take back everything to see that moment. Yeah. But for you to fucking sacrifice that shit, dude, that shit fucking...
Yeah,
that's real shit. I like
because, dog, you my dog, man, and I know how hard you worked. I know that, like, there was times where fucking you was down here on a Saturday and, like, couldn't even get your fucking mind straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so much... you're fucking piled up with work, but you was just like, dog, I need, like... I just gotta come chill with you for 30 minutes, dog. Get the fuck
get
away
me
from
out,
this
bro.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Get
Like,
me
let's just have a beer and talk about music, like anything but this bullshit.
This, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what's wild is because like people like, I think like there's like a stigma. Is that the word? There's like just like a stigma with college. People think you have to be smart to go to college. And you do. There's a little. I can't say there ain't because there's definitely like there's you have to be able to retain some knowledge, do some things. But the real thing with college, with anything, not just college, with anything, is self-application. How much are you willing to really apply yourself? You know how people say you can do anything you put your mind to. That's real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
Like if you tell yourself no matter what you're gonna be a fucking heart surgeon. If everybody calls you crazy, laughs at you, if you do nothing but apply yourself to being a fucking heart surgeon, you'll be saving, you be fucking performing over heart surgery before you know it. It's all about really applying yourself, man.
100%, dog. I tell people all the time because like for whatever reason, I mean I don't even want to say for whatever reason, but I've always had people like in my life, like I it's probably my aura, it's probably my energy or whatever, but there's always like a things happening around me and through me and things going on of like people trying to like better themselves, be entrepreneurs, go to school, do music or like all these things. And I always tell everybody, it's like, if you work a job and you work 45 hours a week or 40 hours a week at that job, you're going to get good at it. You're doing that shit for 40 hours a week. Okay. And I'm like, and I tell people all the time, like, I don't like to tell people quit your job, but because I haven't never done it either. You know what I mean? Like I own a business now, so it's a little different. You know what I mean? It's not like I can just like, if I was working at a shit job, I probably would quit it, but I'm a loyal, you know that. But the point of what I'm trying to say is like, if you put 40 to 60 hours a week into anything, like you do your job, like if you're the manager at fucking Walmart or Burger King or you're at the tire center or anything like that, dude, and you put 40 hours a week for 10 years into that thing, you're top dog.
Fucking expert.
You're an expert at changing tires. You're an expert at pulling up, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to think about it. And I'm like, if you have a dream or a goal or some shit that you want to chase, like, put 40 hours a week into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And and you'll be there. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what. Like, it's, and I think a lot of people get hung up on me as well. Like, that's why I quit school. It was because the security of my job, what was paying my bills and shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you just put, and like you said, like with schooling, it's like, sometimes, cause you know, I know you won't be the type to brag or whatever, but you graduated fucking top of your class. You know what I'm saying? Or
didn't even know it.
Yeah, but you didn't know it. But
didn't even know that.
But you graduated in the top fucking 10% of your class. You know what I'm saying? And
I think in our department there was only 2 of us.
Okay, so, but that goes back to showing you that, like, I guarantee you weren't the smartest person in that class.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But you applied yourself. And that's what I mean. Is like, and that's what you said. It's like, you don't have to be the smartest fucking person, but if you apply yourself, it's like and I'm not trying to you know, it's like when we worked at Coastal, you know what I mean? And I remember Brain, you know what I mean? Brain.
Shout out Scott.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched this shit. I talked to him like a few months ago, but missed that guy.
I fucking love that guy.
I love Scatter B, dog.
I don't think
Scatter
there's
Brain.
anybody in the world that doesn't love that.
Yeah. But it's like Brain, like he wasn't the maybe not the smartest guy when it came to figuring out a problem in our field or doing this or doing that. But I was like, bro, you give me, I'll take 4 brains over one of this guy. No matter how smart he is, he's an asshole, or he's a this, or he don't show up. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this guy is going, I know he's gonna be here, I know he's gonna work all fucking day as hard as he can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. Like, and I don't think people really understand that. It's like, if you want something, just fucking go after it, dude, and don't be unapologetic about that shit. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
I think you're absolutely right, dude. I love Scatterbrain, and he's a workaholic for sure. But I think there's another thing that kind of goes into it where it's like, just because somebody has graduated college doesn't mean that they're better at their field of work. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who don't have college degrees that are in my field way smarter than I am.
Right.
But you know what? They put 20 plus years into it. I work with a guy. I mean, his name's Todd. You know Todd.
Yeah.
Dude, I put him up against any fucking engineer in the game, dude. When you put that much time into the game, dude, you're not pulling no bullshit over him.
No.
You're not. He's one of those. Not just him, but people like him. You're not when all you've done is that. You're not pulling bullshit over it. Or you're not pulling nothing over his eyes. Same thing with like changing tires or whatever the fuck it is, planting plants, whatever it is. If you do nothing but that, you're gonna get fucking good at it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why you're going to be good in your field, man. Now that you're out there, and I know you just started this job, and you're probably still learning the ropes, but I think you'll end up being one of their top guys because a lot of times people get out of school and they get jobs, and they don't have the life experience that you got. They ain't worked all these shit jobs. Yeah. They haven't went to school with having 2 fucking kids and a wife and a mortgage and
come on, let me have to try
yeah. So like they just don't know like when you're in your engineering department and you're designing some shit, they don't have the real life experience to be like, yeah, that shit look good on paper, but this shit ain't gonna work. You know what I mean?
I've worked next to those guys. I've worked next to those guys who didn't have life experience. But they had that degree. Looks good on paper, but put them in a situation, see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. That's how I've felt about life a lot of times, man. Because I fucking, I might not have the credentials, yo. I dropped out of high school, but I went and got my GED, scored fucking top 1% in the fucking state. I didn't even mean to do it. You know what I mean?
I think high school at this point, dude. I think the public education. We can go on and on about the public education system, but like having kids in school, like my son just graduated. I got a daughter in school. It's like, and knowing that I went through the high school, the public system, and all that shit. It's like some of that shit really is like super fucking outdated. Like there's some shit that they're going over in high school that you're like, this doesn't have. Not only is the subject matter fucking bullshit, but the way that they like the grading system, it's just like just turn something in and they'll give you a 50. It's like, dude, like America. I think America was great whenever you turn some shit in, they were like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then you weeded out the fucking,
it's 100% fucking dumb. I'd said this on my last pod or the pod before. I'm like, and I feel like whether it's nefarious or not or malicious, it's like they're definitely trying to dumb us the fuck down. It's like apparent to people that really are looking at the shit. It's like, come on, man. Like, and I've always said, like, why the fuck don't they teach you about finances in school? Like, teach you about your credit score, teach you about fucking more, like all the shit that you have to go use somebody for. Like, we should be training our kids up to be like, look, this is how you make proper investments. This is passive income. Like, teach kids how to make generational wealth. Like, quit, like, for instance, my son, he's you know my son, but for them, my son, he's fucking in 10th grade. He just finished 10th grade with honors and the gifted classes and shit. You know what I mean? And he took some dips here and there through the thing, but my point of the story is like he was taking his final exam in social studies, and we were on the way to school, and he was just kind of like thumbing through his study guide or whatever, and I look over and like it's a Greek mythology. I'm like, what? Why? What the fuck does like why are they wasting your fucking time on Greek mythology? You know what I'm saying? And I get that it's like it's to help you socially and understand like that people have different ideals and religions, and like it's like a social construct kind of thing to teach you about like how people evolved and thought and like about shit. But I'm just like, bro, like fuck, it's literally called mythology. It's a fucking myth. You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
It's an interesting subject.
It's very interesting, and it's
not gonna help you in life.
But it's not, dude. You're not gonna go apply for a fucking loan for your mortgage and be like, this is like fucking when Poseidon.
Yeah. Can you name all of Zeus's children?
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, shit, $250,000. We'll give you a house if you can fucking tell us who was.
Trivia?
Yeah.
They should do that shit.
Yeah.
They should be like. Let the bank spin the wheel.
Yeah.
British literature. All right. What do you know about Shakespeare?
Yeah. What do you know about Shakespeare, dude? If you can't quote something from Hamlet, then you're not
That's
getting this long.
That's why I say shit's outdated. And
yeah, it's very antiquated, man, and it's like I had the girl Dominique on, man, or the woman Dominique on, and she was
dope episode.
Yeah. She did a great job. I was very appreciative of her, but she spoke on it too because she went to college and graduated, and she's doing her thing as an entrepreneur, but it's like benchmarks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really about. There's no creativeness behind it. There's no like helping you thrive and turning you into a self-sufficient citizen. It's just like, can you meet the criteria? Like you said, like turn this shit in by this day and do this and you're good. You know what I mean? Like it's just benchmarks. It's no like
there were some classes that we took, not even just classes, but like some subjects that we went over that I was just like, okay, this is total fucking horseshit. Like how important is the Scarlet Letter really? You know what I'm saying? Like there's some shit you're just like whatever. But then I look at it from the other side and I'm like, some of this shit could be kind of like a weeding out program. This could be like how we want to see how your brain works. We want to see are you willing to put in the work and do this, and B, how can you solve this? Can you figure this out? Can you work your way through this?
Yeah.
I used to get so frustrated because I'd be like, I'm fucking going over all this goddamn shit and I'm never going to be at a situation where I'm like, okay, this bridge is about to fall down. We got to figure out situations. But hey, Scarlet Letter, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, can you get, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got motherfuckers about to die.
Yeah.
But hey, Shakespeare, hey? You're like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, come on. And what I'm getting at is, you remember that, I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard the phrase that Einstein said about if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree,
then you'll think it's an idiot. Yeah. I said like, that on a pod not too long ago.
It's crazy like because like
you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, and that's why like it's hard, but. And I know we could sit here drinking fucking tequila and beers and try to talk about very complex issues with the schooling system, but I do feel like you pretty much know from, like, for instance, we went to my daughter's graduation from kindergarten today, which I think is absolutely absurd. Like, why are we? But it's worth it. Like, I'm not saying like is awesome. You know what I mean? I'm standing in the back, like trying not to tear up. You know, she gets her little dancing queen award, and they're singing they're singing their songs and shit. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not tripping. Like, I'm glad that they do it. It's good for the parents and everything, but. I'm just saying that like her teacher stood up there and I bet if her teacher was being real and honest, could literally sit down with you right now and say, this kid has no shot of being an engineer. This kid,
it's fucked up. But
and I'm not saying it in a negative way though. Like, I'm just saying like this kid has no shot of being an engineer. This kid needs to be taught how to work with his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not this ain't 100%. No fucking mathematician or scientist. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And it's not that he's stupid. It's like you said, It's like Einstein. Like you can't judge a fish by its ability to fucking climb a tree. Like this is a fish. He ain't climbing no fucking trees. You know what I mean?
Ask him to swim though.
Yeah, ask him to swim. And he's gonna swim. He's gonna outswim all these fuckers that are climbing the trees over here.
Ask him to race a monkey in the damn water.
100%. You know what I mean? And like and that's what I'm saying. Like they know this shit from early on, but they still they have no choice but to follow a curriculum, follow a cookie cutter. Everybody is judged based on this curriculum, this you know what I'm saying? But and to me it's like I don't know how we can get away from that and still because I think school has gotten cuz like you said like what happened to no, this shit ain't working, like being real. I don't know how we got away from that, but I think school has gotten too worried about inclusion instead of being like, let's give people other facets. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, and I guess that's kind of inclusive to be like, it's part of inclusion to be like we're gonna spread out and like give more different ideals and things so everybody feels included. I'm with that, but I'm just saying like give kids other avenues and facets. You know what I'm saying? Like bring back shop classes and start that shit earlier. You know what I mean? Like like the fucking
we need tradespeople.
Yeah,
but
man.
You see, it's like weird because like back in the day, you remember like well, I mean, obviously in our day, but like it became a parent's thing to be like you have to go to college. Mm-hmm. College ain't for everybody. It just is what it is. Like, we need tradespeople. We need people who know how to fucking be carpenters. We need people who know how to work on roads. We need people who are mechanics. Like, we need those things. And there are, and like, going back into the college thing where you're like, you know, judging a fish and all that shit, there's like, I think the system is, the boxes that they have to check are to make sure that they've done their part in attempting to make you a well-rounded whatever. Artist, engineer, doctor, lawyer. They touch on all these subjects and try to make you well-rounded rather than being like, oh, math is your strength. Oh, shit, circuits are your strength. Let's fucking nurture that. Let's feed that.
Yeah.
If we just feed you at being at circuits, we figure out where you're good at some shit. You're good at fucking carpentry or you're good at plumbing. Let's just feed that shit, and you will be an asset to the people around you, to your community.
100%.
To society.
Yeah. Well, that's why, like, I guess what I'm kind of saying too is like people argue about like a big thing on the political spectrum is like college should be free, and
right. So tell me how you did with that high school diploma, with that free high school education.
Yeah,
you gotta fucking earn it, baby.
Yeah. Well, what I would say was like get rid of college, like we don't like. Instead of fucking making everybody have a curriculum in high school, by the time you're fucking 15, you can't, like, I'm already telling you, when I look at kindergartners, I'm like, this kid is not an engineer. This kid, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, like, judge them that early, but I'm saying, like, cultivate it throughout the years. And whenever you get to high school, it's like, hey, if you don't want to, okay, for instance, if you're a freshman and you're like, you already know, you're like, yo, I want to be an engineer. I keep bringing up, I want to be an architect. I want to be a lawyer. Well, this 4 years is going towards being a lawyer.
Nothing but it.
And when you get out of high school, you know what I mean? You go start interning at a law firm. You know what I mean? If you want to be an engineer and you already know that in 9th grade, then guess what? It only takes 4 years to become an engineer through college. So why the fuck don't we just start it in 9th grade?
15.
Like you're wasting, when you're 15, like you're wasting teaching them fucking Shakespeare and shit. Like
young minds this dude's soak up information better.
100%, dude.
Dude, that's why, like, if you can take it even more.
That's what the fuck they're doing in China and Russia.
Dude, they're teaching those kids fucking calculus in the womb.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's
like these
in the womb, they bitches know trigonometry.
Yeah, and dude, I'm not trying. Dog, I'm not.
They're fucking superior, dude.
They are. That's my point.
Face it.
Hey, I can. That's what I mean.
That's not an insult. They're fucking superior.
This will go back. Like this graduation. Who you think got the fucking baby genius award today?
An Asian kid. No
100%.
No doubt. He speaks 3 languages.
It was a girl.
She speaks 3 languages.
She read a whole series of 4th grade books throughout this year.
Did you read in kindergarten?
Yeah.
I was the only kid in my class that could read in kindergarten.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
I could read.
I said it. If you were in my kindergarten class, I fucking said it. You want to know the first thing I ever read? It was an article. It was a paragraph on a grasshopper.
Yeah.
It was a paragraph on a grasshopper. And the only reason I was able to read is because my sister was a grade ahead of me. So when she came home from 1st grade, she taught me, we played school. So she would teach me fucking
that's dope.
Alphabet and shit. I went to fucking school and I'm serious, like 3rd or 4th day. Open the fucking magazine, National Geographic, whoever talks about grasshoppers. Mm-hmm. And I read that shit. My teacher came over and was like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm reading this thing. She goes, oh, you can read? And I was like, a little bit. She's like, well, read to me. And I fucking, she's like, God damn, this motherfucker can read.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I got this. Future engineer. I was that kid at the graduation. Like, this kid's
like, he's going to be an engineer.
He's either an engineer or a veterinarian. I don't know.
Well, hey, already solved the fucking school problems. What else we gonna solve tonight?
Bro, did I tell you I ran into Trailer Park Jim?
Fucking Trailer Park Jim,
I ain't seen this motherfucker in 10 plus years, dude.
Yeah.
10 plus years. I ain't seen this motherfucker. I get on the podcast, talk about fucking Trailer Park Jim. I'm outside talking on the phone about some shit. Almost bumped shoulders with this motherfucker. Almost bumped shoulders with him. I said, ain't no fucking way. So I called Jimmy Conroy. Jim's towing. 553-2244. Fucking called him up. I was like, yo, Trailer Park Jim still around? He's like, yeah, he still works for me. I was like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I was just talking about him last night. Just ran into, just told the whole story in this shot. And this is fucking fate. Yeah. The universe is aligned. Seeing this, I had a good mind to tap him on the shoulder. Hey.
You didn't? You didn't talk to him? Oh, shit.
I folded.
Damn.
I folded. I wanted to, though, because I had to call Jim to make sure. He's like, yeah, he's probably wearing this and wearing an orange hat and a Jim's towing shirt. I said, what's your shirt look like? Like blue with the high visibility. I said, motherfucker.
It's him.
Fucking Trailer Park Jim, dude.
It's crazy, like, this day, too, though. Like, I noticed that, too, when you talk about shit. I don't know, man. It's like frequency or manifestation or whatever, like, speaking things into existence. But that shit be happening all the time, man. You talk about somebody, then like, they call you or you bump into them or you think about somebody and then fucking they pop up somehow, some way. That shit's crazy, bro. Should be happening all the fucking time, dude.
The fucking universe is listening, man.
Yeah. Damn, I meant to send you the other day I was listening because what's crazy is like I know we've talked about Jelly Roll a little bit and we got tickets, which is fucking wild to me that we got tickets to Jelly Roll because we want to see Yellow Wolf.
Right.
And when we bought them tickets, they were like what 60. They're pretty decent tickets. They're only like 60.
80, between 60 and 80.
Yeah, somewhere in there. But I bet you look them bitches up now. They probably like $400 fucking dollars. Like this in this 4 months since we bought them because Jelly Roll's dope. I'm not gonna like hate on Jelly Roll, but we bought them shit for Yellow Wolf because we was like, yo, Yellow Wolf's on this one. We're going to see that, and the bonus is seeing Jelly Roll. But since that 4 months, this dude's like fucking.
He won the awards.
Won the awards.
Killed
fucking
it on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, went on American Idol. Has a Hulu documentary and ABC documentary on him and shit. But I meant to send you because his new album comes out June 1st or 2nd, like next week. But he's got a song that he just released a single with Yellow Wolf on it that's on the album, and that shit's real dope. You know what I mean? Yellow Wolf kills it, which it was weird because because Jelly is obviously went like the country singer route, you know what I mean? And thank good for him because that's what blew his ass up. You know what I mean? Because that rap shit, he's always a dope rapper.
It's
like,
fucked up though, man.
It is fucked up. It is fucked up. I agree because I'm like, why couldn't y'all blow this man up? Because
he's was dope as a rapper. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
he was sick, and he always had like he had the verses, and then he had the melody and the hooks, and like, and he had to literally abandon everything he'd worked for fucking 20 years. And I'm sure if you talk to him, he wouldn't be like, yo, I abandoned it and I just had to change my whole style because he really didn't change it.
Yeah, you kind of see the slow transition.
If
you're a Jelly Roll fan, you see the slow transition to where that hit and that worked. And I'm not saying that he went that route because it worked. It's just like where I think, I've never met you, Jelly, but I think it's just where he just like gravitated towards. Like he's from Tennessee, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's heavy on the country music shit. He's listen to country music, rapper and all that shit. But like,
well, I mean, I feel him because I'm a year younger than him, and I've been rapping for fucking ever. You know what I mean? And now I'm more prone to like work with Lewis and like real instruments. Like that's the type of shit I want.
You evolve.
Like, yeah, you evolve as an artist. So I'm not saying like he copped out or sold out in any way because that's always been in him. You know what I mean? It's just if anything, he should have been doing that shit a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he was probably like me rebelling against the way he came up, his family, and like that's what got him into rap. Was like, I don't want to be a fucking rock country fucking redneck. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the culture. I like hip hop. I like fucking bars and metaphors and beats and 808s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what got us into it. You know what I mean? Because like if you followed your lineage, you would be like fucking Hard Rock or Dion and the Belmonts or like
shout out Dion and the
yeah,
Belmonts.
you would be like, yeah, you would have went more like singing, rocking, or playing instruments and shit. But you were probably doing a little bit of rebellion of like I like all that shit. I love music and I'm gonna tie that shit in. But like you're like me. We like bars. We like fucking and like. Country music ain't got no fucking bars. You know what I'm saying? Like every now and again they'll have something like witty. I'd say some shit's witty, but it's not. It's nowhere near the tier or level of like hip hop.
It's not bars.
Hip hop is like
they find a way to be clever and like.
Yeah, it's just clever. It's just like, I mean, you know, how can I twist...
I like what you did there. Like, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I see what you did there talking about that beer and how it was, like, cold at the right time.
Or the
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
but it's
I'm not just head over heels for you, I'm head over boots for you. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
just little shit.
Yeah.
But it's not like real G's moving silence like lasagna.
lasagna.
Like, what? You know what I mean? Or you're watching a massacre like a church taking place, little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a massacre, like... What?
You want to know one of the dopest? The thing I sent you the other day about Sci-Hi when he's rapping in the jail and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
Sci-Hi is one of the.
Sci-Hi, dude, I can't. It upsets me that he isn't spoken about in like one of the greats. But I'm not gonna go off too far of a tangent. But he says something in that shit. He said something like, "My bitch got double D's like the middle of middle."
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
What the fuck? Like, who the fuck thinks that? That's what I like about not just rap, but comedy, art, anything. I like perspective. Like, nobody in the world would have thought about that. He's and that's just one of them eyebrow raising moments where you're like, damn it, it's not dope.
Yeah, but we went on a tangent just now because I was trying to tell you that I was a little upset that Yella just rapped on this Jelly Roll song.
No, I just want him to rap. I love his country shit, but I like the fact
that but when you hear the song, you'll know what I mean. I was hoping that it was gonna be like a duet because I wish I should have brought the speaker in here, but we probably get copyrighted or some shit on YouTube and get our shit taken down. But I wish we'll listen to that shit later. But it's a dope ass song, and I'm not like disappointed in any way because Yella killed it, and I kind of like that he was like, I don't know if Jelly told him like, don't do that singing shit. Like, I want Yella, or if Yella was like, I'm gonna give you Yella. I don't know how it went because it definitely had to be a conversation. Because if I was Yella and I could sing and do the shit that he does, because his shit, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Yella could do what Jelly's doing right now.
He does.
He does. Yeah, he does. But I think that like he does it in his like a very Yellow way, you know what I mean? Jelly does it in a very like popular way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still does it his own way, but Jelly, I think that if Yellow was just like yo, I'm a do it like how country artists do it right now, he could like. Phew.
But do you think that maybe? I'm just like going over like scenarios in my head. Do you think maybe Jelly sent him the track and was like, "Yo, send me something"? He sent him 2 options. Maybe he did. I mean,
yeah. It's very possible.
Maybe there's an unressed.
We'll have to listen to it, and you think you decide.
And they were probably like, "Yo, I think this just if Yellow would have." I never listened to it, but maybe they had the discussion like maybe if Yellow did this, it would have been cool, whatever. But being that he raps over whatever, maybe it makes it dynamic.
It does, yeah. When you hear the song, you're definitely right on that. Like, if Yellow would have did like the kind of singing folky shit that he does sometimes, it probably would have got kind of monotonous. But I don't know. If I was the one making the song, I would have been like, let's like both sing, let's both rap. You know what I mean? Like, let's.
Yeah, I see that.
You know what I mean? Like, Jelly, bring the old Jelly back, and we'll bring the old Yella back, and then we'll have the new Jelly and the new Yella. Like, let's do all the facets, because them boys been down for ever. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, shout out Jelly Roll for keeping Yellow Wolf, putting him on the album, putting him on the tour. Like, you know, I can't sit back and say I've been a huge Jelly Roll fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that.
No, but like.
I respect him.
I've always checked for him.
Yeah, I respect him. I respect his craft.
Like, he's also, like one of the dopest things that I've seen Jelly Roll do when he was working with like Tech 9. He did a couple joints with Tech 9.
Yeah.
And he's
or the shit he did with 3-6, all the shit, everything he's ever done with Yellow Wolf is like, I love that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's definitely down for his people. Struggle, Yella. 3-6, like 3-6 is on tour with him. Yeah. I don't know if they're coming to. They're not. I was like, fuck, man. I wish they were coming too, bro.
Because like when I seen like it was coming out, I was like, we gotta go to this shit. I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. What's happening in life. We gotta go to this shit. So then I started like looking up dates and shit, and I was like putting it together. I was like, oh, I see. It's like Jelly Roll, featuring. He's the headliner, featuring Struggle and Yella or 3-6 Mafia and Chase Rice and. I don't know the girl's name, but I think I know her songs or whatever. But like they're never all together. It's always like that person. So that's why I was like, that's why we chasing down Jelly, Yella, and Struggle.
Well, I hope Yella is doing, because I've been following him on socials, and he's back with Clever, DJ Clever, and they got like I hope that's the set they're doing.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
So how about, speaking of Yellow Wolf, Mason got tickets. He had a ticket to go watch Yellow Wolf in Tennessee in a cave, some venue, a free ticket.
And he's not going. I'll slap shit out of him,
dude. Because
There's no because. Do you know what those caves are in Tennessee?
No, but
it's literally like, other than the Red Rocks, it's supposed to be like the dopest fucking venue to see live music in the world.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. So his uncle and aunt got him tickets because they're going. They got him a ticket to go. So he was like, yeah, cool, whatever, I'm with that. It's like $50 to go see fucking Yellow in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, girl can't get a ticket, so I ain't going. Very noble, honorable. Cool.
Stupid.
Dumb. Yeah. All right, baby. I'll see you tomorrow or 2 days from now. I'm going to see fucking Yellow. Like, I love you and all that shit, but I'm not. This isn't gonna happen again. Opportunity isn't arising.
Nah,
again,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, baby, I love you. You cool? I'm going to see fucking Yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. God bless.
What are you gonna do? It might be one of them fucking things that, like you just talked about, missing him hitting that shot. 10 years from now, he's be like, man, that girl fucking left me on the side of the road and fucking never called me again, and I fucking gave up Yellow Wolf in the caverns for that bitch.
We don't mean that. You're a sweetheart.
No.
Good people. But trust me when I tell you, I love my wife too. But if I had a free ticket and a ride to go to see Yellow Wolf in the caves or the cavern, wherever, hey, baby.
I'm out, baby. Especially if I'm 18, I'll get it. Yeah, shit. Hey, honestly, that is a testament to his character, because
he's a good kid.
Yeah, hell yeah, and she's a good girl, man.
I compare it to the Goodwill Hunting moment.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, he's like, I missed the fucking Red Sox fucking World Series game winner. He's like, you weren't there? No, wasn't there. Had tickets. Went to go check on a girl.
Hey, Brad. I might get that ticket from you, dog.
He already got it sold. Cause
shit.
I might go see what's
I'm about to say, dog, I'll roll with you, cuz I'll roll with you, dog.
That's gonna be a good show. I'm glad we're going to see Jelly Roll, man.
Yeah, me too, man. It should be a good show. I'm more excited to see Yella, though, because when I saw that motherfucker down in Rockville a couple years ago, that was, I know I've told you, but I'll tell the story for the pod, but I went down to Rockville with some dudes that are 20 years older than me, because fucking Bring Me the Horizon was gonna be there, Incubus, Papa Roach, Mastodon, Bad Wolves, fucking
Bad Wolves. Nice. Did they have Tommy Vex?
Bro, everything, like I'm not even naming all the fucking people. Who was the other one?
I know Bad Wolves switched out these singers. Tommy Vex went solo or whatever.
But Incubus was dope. Papa Roach was fucking, like, this is how, like, so I know a lot of people might know Papa Roach, a lot of people might not, but
that guy goes after it,
dude. Sick.
That
And
guy
did you know that he had serious vocal cord surgery and shit and came back from it?
I learned that on the Joe Rogan podcast with Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Okay. That must be where I heard it recently because it was on the top of my mind. But I think his name's Jacoby, or
Sounds right.
I think that's his name. But regardless,
Bomb singer.
regardless, this dude, they started the fucking show with Last Resort.
Woo!
And I was like,
Started the show with it.
Doug, and I was like, this the only fucking song I know of y'all's. Like, how are y'all, like, this the encore.
This is definitely the encore, yeah.
This is the encore.
Yeah.
They started it with that shit.
Song,
and like, when they started it with that shit, everybody I'm with is just like, they're starting with this? Like, there's no fucking way. Like, you gotta save this for the end. Like, but they literally started it with that because they were like, if you're here for that song, cool, it's done. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Like, if that's why, if you came for this,
yeah.
there it is. Get the fuck out of here. Now, where's our real fans at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we stuck around, even though I wasn't a real fan at the time because, like I said, I knew that song and like maybe one other song.
If you asked me right now, I couldn't quote.
I couldn't tell you another song. Well, now I can because when I left there, bro, I've been listening to that shit ever since, dude. And like they're I think they got another album, but they at that time, this was like 3 years ago, they had just dropped a new album, and long story short, these dudes murdered from fucking start to finish, and this dude was just like their lead singer was just fucking smiling and interacting with the crowd and just giving it everything. But the point of the story is, I went there with these older people, you know what I mean, and they were there for the music, like the fucking rock and the this and the that, you know what I'm saying? And like Yellow Wolf was there. And so this Rockville was set up. I mean, dog, there's like 100,000 people there. It's under this bridge in Jacksonville. And they got 3 stages set up. Well, Yellow Wolf, because if you look at the program, it tells you like Incubus is on this stage at this time's that, this time's that. And for the most part, it would be like as soon as this one ends, this one starts. Yeah. So that they don't have to break down. Yeah. So while they're breaking this stage down, Yellow Wolf's over here. While they're breaking his stage down, it's over here. So like I said, everyone else is fucking like Fever 333. We learned about them. Them dudes are fucking Motionless in White. Shinedown was there.
Great
Shinedown was there.
Great singer.
Bro, like listen to all the people I'm telling you right now. Like these are fucking heavy hitting, huge fucking bands, right? With instruments, like the whole fucking 9, dude. But I told them boys, I'm like, when Yellow Wolf performs, I'm there, bro. It's as close as I can be. I was like, I'm leaving this fucking shit and I'm going to get ready for Yellow Wolf. And they're like, for real? Like you
I don't give a fuck.
This is fucking Shinedown. This is Incubus, which he didn't coincide with the real huge acts, so it was good. But I was like, nah, I'm being for that shit. We go down there. This motherfucker, we're like 10 rows back, all right, and they're like, Mike, man, this dude better be. Like, they don't know nothing about Yellow Wolf.
What do you open up with?
Fucking, was it trunk music? Yeah, trunk music. But this motherfucker comes out with just him and Clever.
Yeah.
No band.
No instruments.
Nothing.
DJ, MC.
Best performance of the fucking weekend. Even the dudes I was with was just like, they couldn't believe that shit. They still talk about it to this day. They were like, how the fuck a dude come out by himself
at a rock festival. At
a rock festival with just a DJ and just fucking wipe the floor with everybody else, dude. It was crazy, man. It was dope because like a month or 2 later, fucking all the videos started coming out and like we could see ourselves in that shit. Like I'll show you later. It's pretty dope. Like you could see me, Brian, Lewis, Randy, fucking just chilling. Them boys are fucking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Because Clever, like shout out Clever, like.
That guy's awesome.
Yellow Wolf's super dope, but Clever, like he just comes out with the what's the fucking the Maybach Chevy, but the Daddy's Lambo. He was just kind of like mixing the two in. and I don't know.
I wish I knew how to do that shit, dude.
Yeah, but it's like so dope when
practice.
it's so dope when an MC and a DJ are like when they're like together and they're just hitting on all cylinders, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, you know, fucking Clever's like hitting this one song and Yella's like I don't know. Yella is just so dope the way he chops in that like country dialect and like
What's the shit, man? Ain't no doubt about it.
yeah, 100%. I can't wait to fucking see that dude, man. Shout out Jimmy again, man. Sponsoring the episode. Mike Lowrey, cousin Sal.
Cousin Sal, thing, dog.
I think I tried to tell you the fucking story, cause I didn't want to get into too many Jimmy stories, cause we trying to give he's got a reputable business, so
No doubt.
but
No doubt.
but that don't mean that we ain't got some good stories, man. Everybody's human, so. But like when we was in high school, man, my funniest. You had the turtle story, but this is my funniest Jimmy story, man. When we was in high school, fucking, there was this. You remember like this? When we was in high school, the girls used to wear like the NBA fucking dresses.
Yeah, or the bodysuits or
yeah, like the bodysuits and shit. But there was this girl, and I hope she don't watch this, but her name was Mary.
Mary.
Shout out Mary.
Please don't be watching this, Mary.
And Mary had that toe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
But dog,
shit.
Mary used to sit. We was in computer class, bro, and Mary used to sit by this damn. She sat by the printer.
Almost killed me.
She sat by the printer, right? And me and Jimmy sat next to each other, which was the worst seating chart ever created in history. So we sat next to each other, and I hope that most of my my viewers are old enough to know what Windows Paint is, but Windows Paint was like next level fucking super innovative shit. If you see it now, it's like so basic and stupid, but
Windows
yeah, you could paintbrush. It's kind of like how like on a tablet you could draw shit, but it was very basic. So like you could draw things or whatever. And this girl sat by the damn printer, and so anytime we would like have to, because we would have to learn how to type and learn how to like write shit or use paint or do PowerPoints or do these things. And so like whenever anybody in the class would print some shit, it would have your name on the top, and the paper would pop out right by Mary's desk, and she would pick it up and be like, Michael, here's your paper, and we would come, whatever. Yeah. So she had on this bodysuit, and she had on the toe. So
you're rocking that toe.
She rocking that toe.
What team was it?
Faux show.
What team was it?
I think it was Celtics, bro.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was a Celtics
so
joint.
she had that green toe.
Green toe. She had the green toe. Not a green thumb, a green toe.
She had a green toe.
Anyways, like, so Jimmy's next to me, and me and him are just rapping. We was just like, Mary got a camel toe, camel toe, camel toe. Mary got a camel toe. Faux show, because faux show was big back then. So like, so Jimmy draws a little camel toe, and we write the shit out. Well, he writes the shit out, prints it, and like she would get so excited when somebody would fucking print something, because like, you know, like book, like, yay, somebody printed something.
That
you know
was
what I
her
mean?
job.
Yeah, that's her job.
That's
like,
hers,
because like back then printers would like start up and be like, so like she's watching it print. It has to see the whole fucking thing. It comes out, and like I felt so bad because I sat like two rows down from her. She just fucking pulled it out, crumpled it up, threw it in the trash.
But she knew who sent it?
I don't know. It didn't tell you the computer number, and he didn't put it. Usually you'd have to put your name on it. But I tell that story to tell, like, so obviously that story, I still remember that shit from being 16 years old. But I'm fucking riding down the road like 3 months ago, and I see one of Jimmy's records, and I pull up fucking, I'm like riding up next to this dude, and I'm fucking like, I'm like, roll down your window. Roll down your window. He rolls down his window.
What the fucking guy on?
Yeah. So he rolls down his window and shit, and I'm like, hey, He's like, what? I'm like, tell Jimmy Mary's got a camel toe. He was like, what? I was like, tell Jimmy Mary's got a camel toe. He's like, I got you.
Yeah, oh show.
So like 3 weeks later, or not even that long, maybe like a couple days later, Jimmy texted me. He was like, man, you're an asshole. I was like, what? He was like, dude. Or no, I ran into, me and Jimmy went somewhere. Like we were in the same place, I think on a golf trip or something. But he was like, dude, I meant to tell you. I forgot to tell you, but that shit about Mary had me cracking the fuck up. I started laughing and shit. I was like, what? He was like, dude, the way that my driver did it, I'm just sitting at my desk like going through payroll and shit. And dude walks in just all nonchalant. And he's just like, hey. He like set down his books for the week to like get paid or whatever. He was like, hey, oh, and Mary's got a camel toe. And he just walked out. And Jimmy was like, oh, hey. He's like, what did you say? Dude was like, Mary's got a camel toe. He was like, fucking Michael. Fuck Michael.
Man, the Boston Celtics. I hope that ain't a bad omen to them, man.
I hope it is, man. Let's go Heat.
Fuck that. Them
Let's
boys
go
was
Heat.
balling last
They
night,
was
bro.
balling. The last 2 games they've been fucking
Them boys
balling.
was balling. The first quarter, them boys were
Bro,
balling,
that same
bro.
fucking computer class, Jimmy almost got me fucked up in that computer class because this motherfucker brought a bunch of zip ties to school.
Oh yeah,
remember that shit?
I was next door in the
Yeah.
class next door. Yeah, I remember
So
that
like
shit.
we took all these zip ties and cause like when you would come into computer class, you put your book bag like next to your computer on top. So we zip tied everybody's fucking book bags to their computer monitor. So like the bell rang and me and Jimmy just got up and like hauled ass and like everybody else got up and pulled their fucking monitors off with their book bags like boom 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 boom. I got blamed for that shit, of course.
Yeah, of course. You fit
Why
the
not?
description.
I always do, dog. That's like we went to fucking Denver, which I'm hoping, I don't know, man. T-Dub just called me, but for City's bachelor party, they're talking about going to Denver and shit. Maybe. I don't know. We're up in the air about a bunch of shit. But last time I went into Denver, weed's legal there and shit. And I was there with a bunch of fucking doctors. You know what I mean? I got dreads and shit. And we like buy some fucking edibles and all this shit. And nobody could really handle them. Because I don't smoke or... You know what I mean? I drink a little. I smoke here and there, but I'm not like a big smoker anymore. I guess people think I am because I'm fucking got dreads and shit. But I'm like, y'all can fuck whatever y'all want. But long story short, they bought way too much and they were trying to get me to like you want them, man? Just bring. I'm like, have y'all fucking looked at me? I was not getting on no fucking plane with edibles and weed.
You might as well put me in a turban.
Right? Like, fuck, man. I got a shoe bomb and shit. No, man.
I mean, you fit the description.
Hey, I fit the description, man.
Just draw you by stencil.
I don't know, man. I've been fucking making Caden listen to all our old shit, man. Like all the old T.I. and Outkast. And I mean, he listens to Outkast and shit, but he didn't know nothing about like T.I. and fucking G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit we grew up on, man.
Put him on that first 50 Cent album, bro.
Dog, yeah.
What a fucking banger.
That G-Unit album is dope, too.
The G-Unit album was dope, but it wasn't better than Get Rich or Die Trying.
The G-Unit album, and I made him listen to that Lloyd Banks Hunger for More.
Oh yeah.
Lloyd Banks is so underappreciated, I think, man.
I got into this argument one time at work, and we get talking about G-Unit, and this dude was like, nah, man, Young Buck. I was like, no disrespect to Young Buck. He's definitely a rapper. But, dude, Lloyd Banks he's no fucking joke. And they're like, oh, his voice, he sounds like the Cookie Monster. Don't matter. The motherfucker got bars. Go if you don't like what he says on Hunger for More or the G-Unit albums, go listen to his mixtapes. You'll see. Dude, it took me a while for certain people in my life to fucking catch up to Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I mean, still to this day, people
that still are like, nah, what he does, he's like, you just listen to what he puts on the radio.
Yeah.
Have you listen to any of his mixtapes? He single-handedly changed the mixtape game, dude. Trips me out.
He changed rap music all the way. Period. all these dudes that got dreads and
he
tattoos on their face.
Yeah, he molded it.
And fucking the auto-tune rapping, like all that shit is like, that's all Wayne, bro.
Dude, how do you feel about the AI shit? Have you heard any more about that? You hear the Timbaland put out a song, like I guess he made like a fresh beat and put Biggie's voice on it, but it's not a Biggie verse. Biggie never said it, but it's like an artificial intelligence like generated, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Put together verse, and people are tripping about it.
Yeah.
I see both sides.
It's tough, man, because
it's like, dude, like I see both sides.
Yeah.
Because he goes.
You ain't see the Homer and Peter Griffin singing Roddy Ricch?
It's an AI thing?
Yeah.
No.
I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep. You ain't heard that shit?
With Peter Griffin?
Yeah. It's Homer and Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
No, you gotta.
No,
I wish I could pull that shit up too, but I'll show you after the pod, dog. That shit is fucking awesome. But they're doing Roddy Ricch. But yeah, I mean,
dude, it changes.
It's fucked up, man. You know,
changes the
I
game.
seen this dude. All right, so this dude did a Drake. I think it's Drake. I don't want to fuck it up. I'm pretty sure it's Drake though. Like, he took his own song and put Drake's voice, and this dude's got bars and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds better than Drake because he kind of raps like Drake, but the bars, you're like, damn, man, like Drake spitting. You know what I mean? And like, he posted it, and I saw it. And then somebody was like, yo, who, these fucking bars are crazy. Like, who is this? And then the dude commented and was like, it's me. You know what I mean? And showed them. So then he posted another video in that comment, and it would go like a bar of Drake. Like, he had his video of him doing the shit, and then Drake. You know what I mean? And it would go like 2 or 3 bars, and then it would switch to his video of him actually rapping that song, and back and forth. And I was like, isn't that fucked up? It's just because you know this voice, it makes it that much better. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen the Kanye Western shit?
No.
So they got a whole TikTok channel. It's called Kanye Western, and they've got Kanye's voice, and they do Morgan Wallen songs, fucking Kenny Chesney. It's a good one, but it's all AI, and this shit is fire.
Well, that's why I say I see both sides of it.
Yeah.
It's because it's like, it's dope that like with the Biggie thing, like his legacy lives on, you know, with the rap shit. But it's bad because like it's not so bad that Timbaland does it because Timbaland's a big name and all that shit. But it sucks because if AI becomes like, what's the word? If AI becomes like accessible to everybody, it's no problem for somebody to be like, I'm Lil Joe Schmo, and I gotta feature Biggie.
Yeah.
Now they're fucking, living off of his name, and it's like, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You strung together a couple things you thought Biggie might say, you made his voice sound like, it's like, so that's why I see both sides. It's dope.
Well, the flip side of that is like, what if Drake is just like, why the fuck I even need to, I'm not going to the studio and shit. He's just like, calls the labels like, yo, AI some fucking song for me. Like,
that's fucked up. That would be fucked up.
Give me 50% and I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to record or fucking waste my time. I'm going to the basketball game while y'all are AI. Some engineer is fucking AI. Who's to say that shit ain't already happening?
No shit. It's a fucking game changer. Or wait till they figure out how to put them on stage.
Yeah, well, like Tupac at Coachella, they did the hologram. Like, they already got that shit, and it's probably already perfected. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And you know they already cloned. I hope
Jelly Roll ain't fucking cloned and.
Well, they gonna need a big ass light to get that hologram.
Hey, Jelly Roll, what's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Hell yeah!
I gotta shout some people out, man.
Do it.
We was talking about the college thing, man. I gotta shout out my brothers, man.
Shout them out, man.
I gotta shout out my man Shane Dolly Surveyan.
Let's go, baby.
I gotta shout out my man Dalton Cross. Hussy Gay Bell put me on. That's my dog. I gotta shout out my man Kent Hill with Triad. I gotta shout out my man Stephen Canaday. I think he works for Town Mount Pleasant. Good dude. I gotta shout out my man Randall Harville. Real dope. You gotta be Randall Harville. Randall's my dog. And I got to shout out.
We got more seats at the table, man.
Shit,
Come through.
He'd be a great guest.
Hell yeah.
He'd be a great guest. He's surprising we never ran into him in life.
Yeah.
Whatever. I got to shout out my man Aaron Panos. There it is. Y'all boys heard it from me. Cousin Sal,
cheers
Mike
to y'all,
Lowrey.
bro.
Hey,
Congratulations,
boy,
man.
We fucking did it.
Yeah, y'all did that shit, bro.
Did it.
I'm proud of all y'all motherfuckers, dog. I ain't the type of dude that's like, man, me. You know what I mean? Fuck all that shit, dog. I love big upping people. I love seeing people do well. You know what I mean? Like I said with Jimmy, man. Like I love seeing that dude fucking succeed, man, and kill life. You know what I mean? His kids growing up and being his son about to go to college. You know what I mean? Like dudes, fucking, just living life, bro. I love seeing all my people fucking.
I want to see y'all win, man. Hey, we did it, boys.
Yeah, I want to see that shit, bro.
We fucking did it, man.
I always want to see that shit. So congratulations, man. Like I said, like I always like to say, man. Well, first of all, like I started the pod off, man. This pod was brought to you by Jim's Towing and Recovery. What's the number?
It's 843-553-2244.
That's the number, but
if that ain't it. It's 843-553-4422. It's one or the other. But
either way, I'm gonna put the logo on the beginning and the end, man. Jim's Towing, best in the fucking business, man. Best in the business, man. All the other ones are imitators.
Won't the real Jim's Towing please stand up?
Yeah. Yeah. But if you see the big red trucks with the gems on the side, man, he's keeping his father's legacy alive. Like I said in the beginning, man, Big Jim was a fucking great man, dude. Every experience I've ever had with him was fucking awesome, and he raised a good one, man. And then his son is raising good ones, and I'd like to have Jimmy on at some point if he'd like to do it. You know what I mean? I know that this format ain't for everybody, so I appreciate him supporting in that way, but he's got a great story, man. He's been through a fucking lot of shit, man. He's lost a lot of people in his life, and he's kept trucking. No pun intended, but he's kept trucking. You know what I'm saying? He's built a fucking empire, and if nobody's, you know what I mean, like, I hate to get sentimental, man. I know your pops ain't here no more, but I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I mean? If that means anything to you, we proud of you, homie.
Oh, shit. Love that guy.
So, y'all check him out, man, if y'all need any fucking towing or recovery. You was shouting out all the people you went to school with and shit, but I've noticed when we put out pods, like a lot of your family and shit be like, man, that's my cousin, that's my this, that's my that. So like, shout out to Sal's fam, man. He's my fam too, but shout out to y'all for supporting,
what's up,
man.
Y'all? We made it, baby.
Yeah.
We made it to Spotify, baby.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to your family. Shout out to our family, man. We appreciate everybody, man. Shit, you know, I'm gonna sprinkle, like I told y'all before, man, I'm gonna sprinkle Sal in when I can, man. I like to have him on just to break up some of the break up the in-between, man, because like the original idea for the pod is about growth, man. I want to see people grow, like we were just talking, man. Like I know that I know a lot of people hit me up and certain guests or certain pods or certain ideals might not be what you like, might not be as funny or fast paced, or might not come across the way that you want to see a podcast, but we're doing this our own way, man. Like I love doing the pods with Sal.
Hey,
they're probably my favorites because it's just like we chilling, man. We chopping it up, but he ain't got nothing to promote. I ain't got nothing to promote. I mean, we got shit to promote, but we ain't out here promote. We just out here to spend some time with y'all, give y'all good content where y'all can ride on your way to work, or if you out there driving a fucking tow truck right now and you want to listen to this shit and just feel like you're in the sitting here drinking tequila with us, or vibing, talking about bullshit. Like I like putting out that content, but I also feel an obligation to give people that don't have this platform or don't have this ability or are trying to promote good, great, influential, positive, entrepreneurial type things. Like I want to give them that opportunity. So every podcast ain't gonna be just funny and lighthearted. Every podcast ain't gonna just be some people shooting the shit and doing this and that. Like, so I appreciate y'all that watch every podcast, and if you ain't feeling a podcast, check out the next podcast. That's all I'm trying. That's what I'm really trying to say. It's like I want to be that person that gives everybody a fucking opportunity to speak their truth and bring what they have to y'all. So, like I always say, think harder, work smarter. If you want it to grow, just add water. Cousin Sal, Mike Lowrey. This was brought to you by Jim's Towing and Recovery. So, shout out to them. It's the Water Pod. Peace.
We out.
Feeling unfazed, like a dog being unchained, a creature being uncaged. Bloody Sundays, but the memory lasts longer than the blood stains. I'm feeling unwell, shit is unreal. Can't forget the way a gun feels. Love kills, take another, I don't give a fuck pill. If that don't kill me, then I guess the love will. I'm feeling too many feelings, too many villains in my story. Feel like I can't feel it. Empty cup, can you feel it for me? Yeah, that bottle with the dust on it. Yeah, that truck with all the rust on it. It look a little rough, don't it? But it'll teach you what to trust, won't it? A little dust on the bottom, another melody in my head. You can live for tomorrow, 'cause tomorrow you'll be dead. A little dust on the bottom, in my head. You can live for tomorrow, 'cause you'll be dead. A little dust on the bottom, another melody in my head. A little dust on the bottom, another melody in my head. My life a lot of pain that I don't show. Loved ones turn to people that I don't know. I leave if I know I won't grow. Memory lane's a place that I just won't go. But what's the difference? We all die one day and love's a prison. I love you, if I didn't it wouldn't hurt like fuck to miss you. That's another issue, another birthday, another box of tissue. Vibing with the bottle like I'm talking with you. Wonder if you miss talking to me. I see you living, toxic but free. If you talking, I bet the topic is me. How I'm wrong for being all I could be. I guess it's my fault, failure's not an option for me, right? A little